Hello everyone, welcome to day 17th of September Lead Code Challenge. And today seems to be a very easy question. It's intersection of two arrays, part 2. The question says we are given two arrays of type integer. We need to tell those numbers that occur in both of them. So let's try and look at the first example. Here there are four numbers in array 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, and number array 2 has only two elements, 2, comma 2. So two elements are common in both these arrays, which is 2 and 2. So the answer becomes 2, comma 2. Let's try and look at the other example. Here we have 4, 9, 5 in first array, 9, 4, 9, 8, 4. 4 and 9 are common to both of them, so we will add it in our answer. Also, the order really doesn't matter. You can dump elements in any order while making your output array. There is one important constraint that is also specified in the question. The numbers lie within the range of 0 to 1000. So if you don't look at this constraint, the size will bloat as the regular practice. Now let's move on to the PPT. Intersection of two arrays, lead code 350. So let's take the same example that was specified in the question. What we are going to do, we will create the frequency array for the first input array, we'll create the frequency array for the second input array, and then we will try and select the one which is of minimum value for each element present in the input array. So let's walk through this example itself. What would be the size of the frequency array? The size of the frequency array would be equal to 1001, because in the question it was specified that all the elements lie within the range of 0 up till 1000. That is the reason we are creating the frequency array of size 1001. So let's try. We have 4, 9 and 5. So let me just write an input array starting from 0 up till 9, and it will extend up till 1001. So we have 0, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6, we have 7, we have 8, we have 9. I'm not showing all the other elements, but they do exist. So let's try and iterate. We see 5, 4, we see 4, so we update the frequency of 4. We see 9, we update the frequency of 9. We see 5, we update the frequency of 5. And we are done with the traversal of the first input array. Let me just change the color of pen for the second traversal on the other input array. We'll create a duplicate new array and we'll initialize all the elements to 0. So remember, all the other elements are by default 0. And let's start the iteration. We see 9, so we create the new frequency array and update the frequency of 9 to 1. Then we have 4, so we update here 4 to 1 as well. Then again we see a 9, so this gets updated to 2. Then we have 8, this gets updated to 1. Then we have 4, and 4 it gets updated to 2. So the other frequency array is something like this: 0, 0, 0. We have 0 again, we have 2, we have 0, we have 0, we have 0 here, and we have 1 and 2 here. What we are going to do, we will iterate through the input array again, both these array rather, and choose the lower frequency. So which one is the lower frequency? It's 0. And since the frequency is 0, we will not add 0 to the answer. Let's skip this. This also gets skipped, this also gets skipped, this also gets skipped. At 4, you have two options, either to choose 1 or 2. What you're going to do, you'll pick up 1 and you'll add in your answer set 4 one time. So your answer set will have 4 now. And this is also done. Next we have 5 and the frequency is 1 and 0. Which one is the lower one? 0 is the lower one. So we'll skip it. Next is 6, 0, 0, 7, 0, 0. Then we have 8, it's 0, 1. So we'll skip it. We have 9, we have 1, 2. Which one is the lower one? 1 is the lower one. So you need to add 9 one time in your output array. So 4, 9 becomes your answer, and you will do this traversal up till 1000 because size of the input array is 1001. I hope you got the context. Now let's look at the coding section. Let's walk through the coding part. Here I have created the frequency array using the nums1 input array. Then I have created another frequency array using nums2 input array. And then I stored the result in my array list because the size of the input output array is not decided yet. What I'm going to do, I'll iterate over both these arrays and I'll select the frequency or the count of that is lower in value out of frequency 1 and frequency 2. I'll add this current element, which is denoted by I, into my output array ANS till the time my count is greater than 0. And once we are done with the looping, my answer is ready. Now I just need to convert into the appropriate int array format and return the result. This is what I've done here. Let's talk about this private method, which is pretty straightforward. I've created a new frequency array size 1001. I iterate over all the elements that are there in my nums array, and I update the frequency of frec at the element at this particular element to +1. And I simply return once I'm done looping with all the elements. Let's try this up. Accepted. This brings me to the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for viewing it. Have a great day ahead and stay tuned for more updates from Coding Decoded. I'll see you tomorrow with another fresh question, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me and it motivates me every day to keep on going ahead with these challenges. Take care. Goodbye.